Scott from Gunday YBM, and today we're going to be looking at using adjectives with nouns. Now, adjectives are those words that we use to describe things. Okay? For example, here are some simple adjectives: big, tall, heavy, and new. Now let's look at a sentence. It is a big table. When we use an adjective, it must be followed by the noun we are describing. Here is table. And we're also going to use the be verb in these sentences. And remember the be verb as conjugated I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, they are, and it is. Okay? Let's take a look at another example. That is a tall building. Same type of sentence. The be verb followed by an adjective and its noun. Okay? Here's an example with plural nouns. Okay? These are heavy boxes. Okay? These with are, because we're talking about more than one box. Heavy boxes. Okay? And this is a new phone. Once again, the be verb, adjective, and our noun. Now there's also another way to say these sentences. The format goes, it is a big table. Here's the order, okay? Our be verb followed by our adjective and then our noun. But we can rearrange this. I'll give you an example. I can say, this table is big. These sentences mean the same thing. However, I might want to put the adjective at the end of the sentence if I want to emphasize how big I think it is. Another example. That is a tall building. I can say, that building is tall. Again, I'm emphasizing the adjective. These are heavy boxes. These boxes are heavy. And finally, this is a new phone. This phone is new. Now, when using a complete clause, which would include a verb, we're going to do this. We're going to follow our usual simple format. Our subject with our verb, then our adjective to our object. For example, I am eating a delicious meal. Here is a present continuous sentence, meaning it's happening now at the time of speaking. Another example. I bought a new phone yesterday. Past tense. And finally, I will go to a beautiful beach next weekend. A future sentence. And again, we have our adjective with our noun. New phone, beautiful beach. Now, when we're just simply describing the thing, as we did before, we use the be verb. But here we have our action verbs. Now let's take a look at adverbs. Adverbs are the words we use to describe verbs of the sentence or actions. Okay? For example, let's first look at these adjectives. We have quick, careful, and bad. Now to change these to an adverb, we simply add ly. So this will become quickly. Careful will become carefully. Bad will become badly. Now we can use them to describe an action or the verb of a sentence. Then we have these ones. These are what we call irregular. Okay? These adjectives, fast, early, and straight. These words are special. We do not add ly to the end. We will never say fastly. Okay? They will stay the same as an adjective and an adverb. Okay? Then there's the adjective good. Now to use good, we do not add ly. In fact, the word changes completely. We will say well. Now we can use well to describe a verb. Now to make a sentence using an adverb, let's first look at these sentences that use adjectives. As we looked at recently, he is a careful driver. Here we have the be verb, followed by an adjective and its noun. Driver is a person who drives. So we know the action here is to drive. That's our verb. We want to change this to use an adverb. We will say, he drives carefully. Here we're using the Present simple tense. He drives is the action. How does he drive? Carefully. Let's look at this next example. She is a good chef. Same thing, the be verb, our adjective, and noun. What is the action of a chef? Cook, right? To cook. So, she cooks, and the adverb for good is well. She cooks well. Well, let's look at this sentence. He speaks perfect English. Here we have a verb, an action. Then we have an adjective followed by a noun English. Okay? Just keep in mind, this adjective is describing the quality of English, not the verb. To change that, we are going to say this. He speaks English perfectly. Now, this adverb is describing the quality of speaking, as opposed to this sentence where it describes the quality of the English. Let's take a look at another example. He eats good food. Now again, the adjective is describing the quality of the food. Okay? He eats well. Now this is describing how he eats. Okay? We don't know about the food. Okay? A sentence like this usually means he eats a lot or he has a good appetite. Okay? We can also say he eats fast, he eats quickly. This is describing the speed at which he eats food. For more information and practice, join Gunday YBM's Easy Topics class.